Hour is sponsored content, being sponsored today by Norton Gaming. So, let me first say thank you for today's sponsor, which is Norton Gaming, supporting the stream, supporting the games that we're normally playing, and just basically making life awesome for streamers. So let's start with that. All right, so it's a mix of some scripted stuff, where some statements to read, and then some kind of talking between us in chat, and then some gameplay. So let's start with this. So, scripted statement. Today I'm going to talk to you about their latest product, which is Norton 360 for gamers. This isn't the Norton that you're used to or probably had on your computers many years ago. They've created a product that was specifically designed for gamers and has everything you would need to keep you safer while you're playing online. And we're going to do this. So they're giving away 5 free year-long subscriptions to this. It's a subscription service. You can do it monthly or yearly. We're going to give away 5 of these codes that are worth a year of it. And what that is it's a suite of protection tools. So it has a secure VPN, it has dark web monitoring, it has a password manager, and it has identity protection, I believe is the other one, I believe. So looking at that, let's take a look. So we're gonna do it this way. I'm gonna give out codes to chat for anyone sharing interesting stories of cybercrime they've been a victim of basically crappy things that have happened to you on the internet. So I'm going to share my first story. This actually happened to me while streaming. It was super unpleasant. And actually, I would have been, if I had the software that I'm promoting right now, when this happened to me, it wouldn't have happened that way. So let me tell you a story about this. So a few years ago, I was streaming D&D. And I was streaming D&D over Skype. So we had a lot of fun with that, played with some friends. We're playing online. We're doing like a recurring like weekly session. And there was a Skype vulnerability that if you ever gave up your Skype name, they could find your IP through that in a Skype vulnerability that I wasn't aware of. And I had a hacker acquire my home IP. And they literally came to my Twitch channel and told me, I'm going to kick you off the internet. And I said, haha, bullshit. And then they kicked me off the internet and kept me off the internet for about 3 days. Anytime I'd log on, they would DDoS me and kick me off again. I called my ISP, asked my ISP for help. They basically told me there was nothing they could do. I got bounced around an endless series of help departments that never did anything. And basically, the only reason I actually managed to get back on that was figuring out a way around that on my own, and it was miserable. Yeah, as I said, my ISP was useless. If I'd had Norton Secure VPN back then, I would have been able to help shield my data and location from the cyber criminals, and I would literally not have had to have lost like a week of productivity as a streamer being held hostage by a random guy, because the VPN would have basically helped me. Exactly why it's part of the suite of what they're doing. So, if you guys have been hacked while gaming or been a victim of cybercrime, Norton Gaming wants to hear your story. Tell us what happened in chat, and I have 5 year-long codes to give to you guys for a free subscription to Norton Gaming 360. And the point of this, as I said, it's a suite. It's designed with gamers in mind. They're trying to revamp kind of the image of their company with this. So if you guys are interested, just shout it out. That's awful, Barbaric Monkey. Was it an account you were done with? Oh, I want to tell you some more things about this. So anyway, I'll give you guys some time to type it in chat. I'll tell you a couple more stories about this. So I fired up their dark web monitoring, which is the second thing, one of the second features of this, because I wanted to see how many of my password and name pairs are out on the internet. And I actually found a bunch. These were mostly ones I'd known about. Like, you guys ever use Nexus Mods? Nexus Mods got hacked a couple years ago, and I had account details in that. The account details were compromised. Roll20 got hacked a couple years ago. My account details there were compromised. There are a bunch of these. And mostly, it actually ties in nicely. So there was a bunch of my username password pairs and email password pairs out on the dark web. So I could literally look them up through this and be like, oh shit, that's compromised, that's compromised. I knew most of these, and I don't reuse passwords, or rather I don't regularly reuse passwords, because since then I've switched to a password manager. I don't use Norton's password manager because I had one prior to the sponsorship, but they have a password manager in there, and password managers are awesome because you don't ever have to reuse a password. They'll auto-generate passwords for you, and the passwords could be ridiculous. They could be like 20-character passwords, like full of numbers, letters, and like underscores and stuff, special characters, I guess, and you don't ever have to reuse a password, but you don't have to remember them. So I really like password managers. Anyways, so that was super useful to me as well for that. So let's see. I'm going to give one now, then we're going to play a game, then I'll give another one, I'll play a game, give another one, etc. So let's take a look what we got. World of Warcraft account stolen. That definitely sucks. You Googled a poem for school homework and got a PC locked gay porn banner on our site with Russian 18th century old poems. That's brutal. I don't mean to laugh at you for that, but that's gotta suck. PlayStation account was hacked. Lost your account to PlayStation and PlayStation wouldn't restore it. $200 in downloading games. Yeah, I'm always a little worried my Steam account will get hacked. One of the guys at your help desk was contacted by a woman with a crying baby needing to get access to her work PC. As the baby got louder, the tech got more uneasy and just rushed her to give her access that she needed. That's interesting. That's pretty cool, Steel Markor. So you were being probed by a security firm with some social engineering and it didn't quite play out. I don't know if Norton's going to help you with that one. Sorry, bud. Because that isn't a tech failure, right? That's a person failure. How hard is it to set up password managers? It's really easy to set up password managers. This one's included in their software. If you end up submitting a good story and getting a key, you could check it out for yourself. But essentially, it's a really I have a local file that I store those with. It's also good if you use multiple PCs because I back up the encoded file to my NAS, and then I can access that file from different PCs on my network, which means that if, for example, I'm on my wife's computer and I want to log into pick a random game, my Steam account, for example, I don't have to remember that password. I can just access the password manager, which is super nice. In the past, these products have been riddled with bloatware and use more resources than the viruses they're supposed to protect against. How has that changed with the new suite? I don't have the specifics of that, so I couldn't tell you like what the percentage of your PC use compared to that is. I'm currently running it. I've been trying their VPN stuff and been pretty happy with it. I had an issue with Discord, but it was kind of a minor issue with Discord where it was telling me Discord wants to activate your webcam. That's another thing that I like about this as a streamer. It tells me which sites, which apps are allowed to use my webcam and is pretty specific about restricting those, which is great. The answer is I don't know, except past what they've told me. And what they've said is basically this is redesigned for gamers specifically to try to help these problems. So I expect it would be down, but I don't know that for a fact, Crosis. Your work school got cyber hacked by a foreign state and they hacked the secure server and implanted all the server's computers, any file traffic through with encryption ransomware. Oh no, that's awful. All right. Yep, nothing is going to be perfect. This isn't scripted. Like I agree, Moof. Nothing's going to be perfect. You're just trying to find the optimal mix of security and usability for all your stuff for sure. Okay, I'm going to consider that the first round of applications. I'm just picking these arbitrarily based on what sounded the most ridiculous to me. I really like Steel Markor's story, but I don't think it really counts as what this would help with because that's just that's the social engineering that goes with it. So I think of the first round of submissions, I think for these, I would run with Mr. Gospodin Noob. All right. And I will, if you're interested, just let me know if you're not interested. Gospodin Noob, I will DM you a year subscription to Norton 360. If you're interested. If you're not, it's okay, no big deal. I'll choose the next winner. But yeah, cool. All right, whispering you the first one right now. All right. And then we'll get our first game and come back to the second round. So if you have other stories, there's 5 of these to give out. So your second one we'll do the second one after the next game. Let me know if you got the whisper, Gospodin, but I did whisper you. I have whispers disabled. You can't whisper me, but I think I can whisper you still. And then we'll get our first game and then come back to it. Anyways, I like the sponsorships like this, sponsorships that it doesn't divert from what we're doing. It's a product that I use or would use and I can recommend. I kind of like that. Cool. Is there a link for activation? Yep, you can type I'll type it in chat for you. This will go to where, well, I think you get a discount from there, basically. So with the key, I think you're going to enter the key somewhere on their site, presumably, and that's a free key for that. But for those of you looking for a 14-day free trial, again, you can get it monthly or yearly. You can get a 14-day free trial with my code linked. You can find it below the stream on the banners. There's a link above there, and there's also with Norton. So anyways, Let's get our first game with the deck, our sweet blue white deck. And after each game, I'll do another giveaway, and that will probably get us through the hour. All right, make sure I'm doing all of my things I'm supposed to be doing with this. Looks like I am. Yeah, cool. Yeah, that can happen, right? Like clicking on random shit that pops up on sites. You're exploring some area of the web. Maybe you shouldn't be there, or maybe you are happy to be there, but you're trying to be safe. Nevertheless, use protection. Makes sense to me. All right, I want my top position. I'm annoyed that at rank 2 we were 6-0 and went 6-3 with that deck. And I'm really excited to see this blue deck in action because this is a ridiculous spirit deck. I haven't played this archetype yet, so hopefully this is helping. Oh, this sucks. So this is a bug right now. You can get a draw bug, and when you get the draw bug, you lose rating. So rip random amount of rating. All right. So hopefully I didn't screw us too much here. Also, where's my game sound? Is it there? Yeah, it is. It's just quiet for some reason. That's fine. Okay. Working as intended? Yes, you lose rank for draws, which are a bug in the client which loses rank. So the key doesn't work in your country. Oh no. Well, thank you for letting me know, Gospodin Noob. I don't know what I can ask. I'll ask them right now. What are the country restrictions? Ah, they're US only. I'm sorry. I'll tell you what, Gospodin, you won that one fair and square with your story. If you have a friend who's a U.S. citizen, I'm happy to pass it on to them on your behalf. His hand looks great. Okay. Yeah, just then I'll consider that key given away. You can pass it on to your friend, and we'll get that going that way. All right, so we're milling cards here. We're going to cast this because we want to self-mill in this deck, because we might get second and third Graph Speakers.
Steal yourself.
Oh, thank you, Narwhal. And gifting a sub. That's awesome, man.
Narwhal gifted a tier 1 sub to Gospodin Noob. This is their first gift sub in the channel.
All right, so let's get in for damage here. He didn't cast a spell, so we're not going to use the graveyard cast here. We'll cast another Grafkeeper because we just really want to rub it in right now. Do we though? Do we want another? Maybe we want the Angler out. Angler's lower value, cheaper to recast too. I guess we won't show him our third Grafkeeper quite yet. Okay. Yeah, this deck's silly. I mean, the Flyer's not bad, and it's better use of our mana, but I like the ability to tap down a blocker here. And we're not guaranteed to get a fourth mana here, so. Would you like to kill one of my buyback cards?
A new subscriber. Come, steal yourself. We are building an army.
Thank you, Carvin Disarm, for the gifted sub.
Arm gifted a tier 1 sub to Silver Tank.
All right, guys, I'm gonna say this game looks like we've started this hand really well, which is a rarity for me. So you might want to get that next round of stories ready. Is all I'm getting at. So he can tap it so he can't block. He doesn't want to block anyways, though. So here I'm either tempted to run the Cathar or possibly the Candle Trap here. Probably Cathar for tempo here. I'll take your guy. Let me know how you feel about that, opponent. Okay. Guess it was also okay to candle trap with another one here. Oh, he gets his guy back. Sure. It's your whole turn though, and you haven't done anything yet. Okay. Could tap it. I like candle trapping. It can block. It dies if it blocks though, which I'm fine with. So let's go ahead and candle trap and attack. And now we reveal our secret weapon. It's in fact another Graphkeeper. Okay. You worked in IT for 30 years. Nice. All right, he's got a blocker on the board. I guess we're casting this from our graveyard. Tapping that and getting in for 6. Fair and balanced. Haven't drawn our 4th land yet. I take 4. Is he gonna get sweeper? Is it gonna be a 5-mana sweeper? Oh no. Okay, he's getting life. Double spell here is good though. So we could flash in a creature. It doesn't really do anything. No extra mana here is kind of rough. So I could candle trap the 3/2 and then swing. And then what? Faithful Mending is not very exciting. Flashback is 3. So we can never double spell. We can never spell from graveyard unless we put something in graveyard first. What's the spell from graveyard here? Is 4. Aren't they dead on board? 3, block 2, 7. Aren't they at 1? No, it's going to give it Summoning Sickness. Oh, but I can tap it. Yeah, good call. We'll try that. I haven't played this card yet. It's rare. This deck. I mean, seems fair. Seems fair. All right. 3 mana was really more than we need. I mean, we cast that 1 spell on 3 mana. All right, so that's 1-0 for this deck. Chat, let's get to our next. I want to see the next round of stories. You guys have story submissions yet? We have 5 of these keys to get, 4 more of these keys to give away. Giving out 1. We're looking for the best cyber crime related stories, malware, pop-ups, computer hijackings. I may even save 1 for the social engineering because it's so cool. But we're looking from the side of prevention here. So any of these things that have happened to you, share it. Let me know. You can resubmit stories if you're just like, hey, I only have this 1 story and Filthy didn't think it was great the first time. It's still a comparison between the other ones. Do you guys have another round for me? Ooh, that one's a painful one when older relatives do silly things with the computer. So your mother-in-law had her laptop locked due to child pornography violation and had to call the FBI to prove that it was a scam. Seems like a good one to be protected against. Opened a link. I think I read this earlier, but I didn't realize it. Maybe I didn't read the whole of it. Opened a link on a work computer and was hit with a cyber attack that shut down your entire firm for a week and a half. God damn. You almost lost the job over that? Do you mind me asking what type of link it was, Locke? You think what I just did is a cybercrime? I don't think Norton will protect against what I just did to that opponent. Even if he's running, Norton is not going to help him. Galvia? All right. I'm going to give... Oh my God. I'll tell you what here. Galvia, I think you just got me on that one. Oh, we got 2 more. We got 2 more submissions here. Story was just for fun. You DDoSed your calculus teacher for 2 weeks because his auto testing system was shit. You got fished on Twitch stream. Oh no. You gave up the secret words in a crypto wallet. Oh my god. Did you really lose 8,000 Canadian? Holy fuck, dude. That sucks a lot. Used to work for a major hotel in the Las Vegas Strip. They were hacked by a foreign national state and dropped 50% of their servers and over 1,000 PCs. Your dad was cold called by Microsoft support. They baited him into verifying that they were legit by searching on Google for Microsoft support and clicking on the first link, a paid for ad, allowed them to hijack his computer. God damn. So a lot of these attacks are unfortunately not something that will get immediately protected with Norton, right? Because this isn't going to help you versus any of the stuff that you voluntarily give up your information. There's no security system in the world that protects you against that because this is on the user error. All right, first one of these. Okay, there's a couple more submissions. All right, hold on, because we're getting good submissions. I don't want to waste them. So those of you, I'm going to stop where, oh, there it is. Thanks, Norton Gaming. I'm going to stop at the line where Norton Gaming says confirming that Norton cannot protect against Filthy's magic skills. And I'm going to give that one to Galvia. Galvia, you can pass it on if you don't want it, buddy. But like Vitamin's story is super funny. And it's super funny that in addition that it happened to you, in addition to your mother screwing this up and needing help with this and getting her PC locked out, that she gave them your phone number. That's just absolutely hilarious. And I want those again because those are so good. You're Canadian, so you'll pass. Can we give it this Vitamin then? Because those stories play off each other so well. All right, Vitamin. Are you a U.S. citizen? Oh, is it Fudginator? Did I screw up that too? Sorry, chat's moving. Let me just pull up a different version to look at chat. I'm doing it through OBS, and I really don't like it through OBS chat, so I got to figure out a better interface for this. So let's go back to this here. You're a U.S. citizen? Okay, then I'm gonna DM you with that one for round 2. We got 3 more of these to give out. So I didn't see some of those ones. There's some good ones, but I want to get some gameplay in as well. So I'm gonna send you the second one. Do you guys ever watch Kit Boga's stream? It's all about social engineering. It's super interesting. Where he gets the he actually talks. He gets the scammers on the phone and broadcasts the whole stuff. It's so cool. I've never seen anything like it. It was so interesting to watch where he scams the scammers. Yep. Let me know if you got it. Vitamin, I DM'd you on Twitch for the second key. Yep. That's a year free trial for the Norton stuff. Hopefully it helps you, man. or helps your mom, it sounds like. Anyway, let's go to our next game. Yeah, he's real cool. I like Kit too. I recommended, for those of you who are PKA fans, I recommended to Chiz that they get him on PKA before the first time they had him on PKA. I have no idea if that episode was good or not, but I did recommend him because I'm just like, Kit, I was like, Chiz, you got to see this stream. It's so awesome. It's so the payoff on those like long calls where he's got the counter up on the screen and he's just wasting scammers' time and it's at like 2 hours and 30 minutes and he's just like acting like he's just so dumb on computers and it's just, oh my god, it cracks me up. And I love the fact he writes software. That's the other thing he does is he writes software that screws with them. So like it like closes stuff they want to open and like, oh my god, it's just, I don't know if that's a worthy life or not. Like, I'm not sure, like, if I evaluated that, I'm like, but it's so goddamn funny. So I like his stuff too. Anyways, related topic. Let's get our next win, or try to get our next win here. What's his name? Kit Boga. He's a streamer. He's quite a large streamer too. So if you look for him, you'll find him. His stuff's all over. Yeah, you have to check out a couple of his. They're really funny. He does accents. He does like wigs and stuff as he's doing it. He's just, yeah, he scams a scammer. Does it make him a scammer? No, it makes him a vigilante, right? Uses a voice changer. He's got a really intricate system too. He's doing stuff like burner phones and that kind of stuff, right? To disguise all this stuff. Okay, this hand is kind of medium. We have blue and white mana and a 2-drop. And a 3-drop, so maybe it's fine. We got a 1-drop too, so we can bin stuff. Okay. I didn't see that one sound like, but it sounds amazing. All right, let's take a look. All right, we want to bin that one. Do we want the land? I think we have better flyers in this. I kind of just want the land. think he's going to be blocking with that. And unfortunately, Candle Trap doesn't shut it down. So let's go and swing. Oh shit, maybe he is blocking with it. Do it. Do it, gamer. No? Okay. Here we are going to discard a land. I want this in play as its first side because casting from the graveyard is super good with that. Maybe we don't. Blue, white. We can't double spell that with white right now. So I guess we just discard a land here. Because I want this. This is one of those cards that you really want one in play. Isn't a Vigilante a criminal? Kinda. He's not like killing the bad guys though. He's just like wasting their time, which is like a low grade Vigilante move, right? And making really entertaining content doing it. Anyways, moving on. All right, opponent no plays. I like it. So what is this? The Flash Flyer that's -2, -1 to eat this. Kind of okay with that. Is he saying he hates Batman? Yep, he's saying he hates Batman. Dun dun dun! Startle. I, for one, am shocked. Oh, even worse. That's a blowout. Okay, sure. Okay. I guess I could have just stranded it, but it's a mana dork. I don't want to strand a mana dork. Alright, this got kind of wrecked by that play. Ooh, just milled Brutal Cathar too. We needed one more land here. One more land here would have been really nice. Maybe I should have just played this. Dude, is he still casting things? Oh no! Okay. We're at 17 lands, and we're running 9 blue sources. So hopefully we just draw a blue card here. A blue land would be great here. But we just got messed up that turn. He just spent all 4 mana, including the mana dork mana, and killed 2-for-1 dust off the bow and anti-tempoed us with that one. And is now double spelling on 3 mana. Guy's a fucking gamer over here for sure. Mills 2 blue mana. Yep, 2-for-1 was definitely a cybercrime. Well, we'll switch to the value plan. Dude, this guy has got the answers. Still on 3 mana, still double spelling. Second white source, not super great for us. With double white, can we cast anything? We can cast Adversary. What's the kicker on this? 2. So we can make a 4-2 here. I guess 4-2 lifelink technically challenges that. We could also... we can't cycle off the graveyard here. I could just cast this as a 3-1 and get the Graphkeeper out too. 3-1 is just not very good on this board. It kind of challenges the 2-2, I guess. I think this is better. Okay. Yeah, we're getting murdered right now. He said extremely high interaction for turn 3 and turn 4 plays, right? Turn 2, turn 3, turn 4. Dude, does he have more interaction? He's somehow still on 4 cards over there. It's fine. Yeah, he's still going on 2 mana over here. Is it going to be a double spell? No double spell at least. At this point, I'm trading anyways. I guess this holds off the 4-4 for 1 more turn, so it doesn't make sense to swing. We missed white mana again, which is kind of annoying. I guess it's time to start casting some spells from my hand. Just the flyers, I guess. 2-power flyer to block this 2-2 would be nice. So this is a 3/1 that cannot block. I mean, this lets me swing out, I guess. Maybe that's okay. You know what I could do? Candle trap. Well, the problem is if I candle trap anything else, he gets to sack with that one. What's the activation on it? 3. So we only have 1 mana to spend. We have to get 2 more things. I don't think that works. So it's just Soul Keeper pass, unfortunately. I guess we kind of want to keep Adversary in play too. I kind of missed the fact that I had a +1/+1 for everything. We could have ran something else, like this 2/3 would have been good too. We're just trying to spend mana. Dude, is there another trick here? No. Okay. Can Respite to make the aura drop. Alright, second blue mana here is really nice. Oh, you mean I could resummon his creature to make the aura drop? I'd rather not do that. You mean his other creature too? Yeah, I could have made that a 2/2, but I'm actually okay to get a mana dork off the field. Remember, he's on 3 lands still. I think it's just these two. He could have counter magic up. Let's run out the Graph Keeper. I mean, he's a god gamer, so it's very likely that he has something here. 2 more graphs in the graveyard. Lol. How do you feel about that now, opponent? And we'll play out our Lord. And then we'll get in for 4. Sure. Another play on 3. I mean, any other day I'd be irate with this, how the way this is going. But opponent's playing with a very fair, very realistic deck here. And I'm playing with this deck. So I'll be fine. Guy's still on 3 lands, just double spelled. Okay. So these are 3/3s and that's a 2/2, right? But he has to pump them. Okay. I'm not worried about this. We're getting him for damage here, obviously. How is he still casting? Not only how is he still casting, he's a double spelling. Wait, they cost... There's a discount? You're joking. This card also gives a discount? Is that even fair? It can't be fair. Alright, I play 4/2. I play 3/2. Your turn, opponent. There's no way we don't block, right? He can double pump. Does it matter which? Yeah, this is a 2/2. Our creatures are going to be big, but they can't block. This is a 2/3. I think we block this. Bait the pump. We can't block with these. So we just want to slow down. We have huge air damage too. Go. Dude, full mana saturation. God gamer over here. If our deck weren't so OP, I'd be scared. Let's get in for 6. Then we're gonna cast this dude. So this is now 10 in the air. So we just want to focus on surviving here. Could just unsummon one after he pumps it. This is also removes a blocker, but so does Candle Trap. If he spends his mana, he can't also get out of that. Is it worth spending anything else here? I could resummon and cast this. Could cast another one too. And then still resummon. But none of these can block is the issue. And I kind of want lethal. Nine's getting a bit low. So let's say he gets +3 off Coven and then pumps. So he's got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm at 1. I think we're going to unsummon here. We can crack back with the zombie too. Is that okay then? 10 in the air, he's at 10. Seems fine. Okay. Yeah, but the problem is these can't block, right? All of these 4/2s are just, they're not able to block. Or only able to block flyers. All right, chat, get your stories ready. If you were underneath the line of cutoff last time, then you can resubmit those. Or rather, I haven't read them yet. You can resubmit all of them. All right. I mean, his opener was the most disgusting opener we've seen probably today in terms of its defense to ours. Like, it countered the shit out of what we were doing. But it doesn't really matter because spirits have infinite value. Infinite value. So, all right. I'm going to open up the other browser interface. Let's give out the third code if we can. All right. Back in college, I kept getting calls from clients from an escort site for a solid 2 years. Eventually, I realized that my email and phone number were compromised. Imagine the confusion when the guys calling heard the voice of a 25-year-old guy when they expected a woman. It's pretty funny. Other submissions? You paid taxes online once. Does that count as a cybercrime? Yes, you're required to pay taxes yearly. That's okay. If you're Canadian and have American friends and you win, you're welcome to just give it to them. That's fine too. That's it. Only submission on Angry Quebecer. I want to read the other ones. I didn't get to all the stories because there's a bunch of stories. If you posted before, please repost. You play Magic the Gathering Arena. You've been scammed by WotC for years. Does that count? Sorry, that's again that's user error. Can't be protected by Norton. Used to program fake Neopet login pages, steal accounts, and sell them for $5 a piece to cheaters. I think we're supposed to be on the cybersecurity defense side. Okay. Oh, come on. There were some good ones earlier. I want them back. You're a cybersecurity specialist now? Perfect. Just training. You do see that. Have you guys ever watched like the accounts of like hackers who are now like security consultants? It's kind of interesting stuff. All right, I want to read some of the other ones that were up there. Used to GM a restaurant. One time when the owner was on vacation, I had someone call and ask for me by name, saying that we had unpaid electrical bills and it had to be paid ASAP in prepaid MasterCard. I hope you didn't fall for that. It's called to a government building to fix the computer guy. It turns out he actually infected all the PCs in the building with ransomware due to some less than work related materials. That one seems like a good one. That one seems like it would be protected here, right? Or likely to be protected. That's the Ursus Maritimus one. Any other ones here? Okay, I want to get another game, and we got 2 more of these codes to give out after this one. That's my favorite right now from the last round of submissions. It's the Ursus Maritimus one. Still in channel, buddy? Are you an American citizen? Or in the US, I guess? Still in channel? Are you in America? You're tempting me, Kevman Poe, but I'm pretty sure that we're supposed to be on the side of defense today. All right, I'm not sure if he's here right now. His best defense is a good offense. I don't know, chat. What do you think? Can we give Kevman Poe one? I mean, these are really interesting stories. They're on the wrong side, but he says he's reformed and now works as computer security. Does it count? I could ask the Norton guys if that's considered competing with you or not. We're competing with them or not. What do you say, chat? Do we give Kevman Poe one for these stories? Nice, Vitamin. Oh yeah, I should have mentioned that. So these things are good for 3 accounts. So you can have not 3 accounts. They're good for three machines basically. So if you and your wife have a PC each, you can protect both those machines, which was super cool because I actually did the same. Because my wife also has a machine, and my wife is a lot less tech savvy than I am, and I'm not even that tech savvy. I just mean like she's much more vulnerable to a lot of these things because she doesn't know how any of this stuff works and doesn't like she isn't out there doing things on the internet that she needs to be worried about. She's just doing normal things on the internet, unlike some of us streamers, etc. Yes for Kevman. Don't need a key. You're killing me. I'm trying to give away keys. You can't not need a key while submitting stories and not having someone else you want it for. That's funny, Trail. I've heard that a lot. Do you have someone you'd like to give it to, Kevman? One of the other teams at my company built a shitty e-commerce site without consulting my security team. It got hacked. Unfortunately, it sold HIV testing kits and emailed results. Oh my God. Got called into court about our normal security procedures. And got to say this other manager bypassed us completely. At least you weren't held accountable for that, but that still sucks, man. You had someone call from Microsoft and tell me that my internet had a virus on it. They asked me to install a program and tell them a 6-digit code that the program showed. I did not install the program and gave them a random 6 numbers. He had to call his supervisor and it took him 1.5 hours to figure out I was messing with them. That's funny too. All right. So Kevman doesn't need one. Ursus isn't here right now. He's AFK from that. So I'll take one of these last 2 here because they're both pretty decent. Give it to the key to the scam baiter. All right, that's actually my favorite here too. All right, would you like a key, Pluzzle? Pluzzy? Is it Pluzzy or Pluzzle? It's an L, right? I think it's Pluzzle. Are you? It's U.S. only, unfortunately. So, are you in the U.S.? I mean, I hesitate to ask this, but could you be like, are you in the U.S. or running a VPN? I don't know. I'm not even gonna ask. Sadly, you're Swedish. Uh-oh. This is the downside, I guess, of having a bunch of non-U.S. citizens when I'm trying to give out keys to U.S. viewers. All right. I'm going to go with the next one then. I'm happy, Trail. That also sounds pretty ridiculous. No, I'm not sad about having European viewers. I'm just sad that I can't give you guys prizes when you have cool stories. I know I have a heavy international audience. It's part of what happens with the time zone. Trail, would you like a key? No, you're German. God damn it. It's actually, all right. I'm going to let you guys find a player. If someone nominates someone in chat, we're going to get our next game and we'll give out the next key there. It's kind of ridiculous. It's actually it's actually a really sweet deal for the free year of this. You can end at any time. You can cancel, so it will set you up for an auto renewing account. You can cancel immediately after subscribing, so you will be able to just cancel with no worrying about it later. And it's actually a lot of value. So you're in Texas, does that count? Sure does. All right. Oh no. So this is where our deck suffers. I think we have to mull this because we have to get white and blue mana. There we go. Okay. This is a good hand. I don't think we need this card. This card might not belong in this deck. Find me a U.S. citizen to go along with the previous stuff we've been doing. All right, put any number in my graveyard. I think all 3 go in my graveyard. Okay. All right, mill some more stuff. We milled 2 of our 3 candle traps. It's a good opening from opponent. 1 drop, 2 drop. We don't have any attacks into this. We don't actually have any blocks either. mean, we can gang block, get him in the graveyard. Might actually be better for us. He may not expect the gang block either. I mean, we're technically out of cards. We did mull. But this is value, kinda. I'm gonna get some flyers in here ASAP. Oh, we're playing number 5. That's why his deck is good. Makes sense. Wait, A, where's my third? Oh, it only mills 2. I was gonna say, where's my third mill? And B, can we hit a spirit creature? We've hit 7 non-spirit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 non-spirit cards. This is killing me right now. Okay. We gotta get some flyers out. All right, opponent. 1 drop, 2 drop, 3 drop, 3 drop again with a scry. He's doing good stuff. We did not get... We somehow managed to miss again on a spirit card. That's brutal. All right. Every land in our deck now in the graveyard. We have to put value in the graveyard. The whole deck revolves around playing cards from the graveyard. At the moment, no such luck. Not very many good targets for the Brutal Cathar either. Maybe I should have just binned this card and kept the land, honestly. This deck looks good too, no surprises. Opponent playing a pretty standard blue-black deck right now. All the good commons, right? Zombie, Abomination, Hoarder, 1 uncommon. Okay. Yeah, Brutal Cathar only brutal to us right now. Chat, have we found someone to give this 3rd key to? We're gonna have another key coming up in about 4 minutes when they kill me. So this is a really sus attack. They probably don't leave the scab even, vulnerable. So what I'm gonna do is block here. Could be graveyard hate, honestly. The 1/2 doesn't do anything for us. I don't really care if this card dies. I guess we block there. My thought was I want the rebirth from that. There's nothing though, not even a pause, which is interesting. Oh, he just has another Organ Hoarder. Chat, what happens if I... What the fuck happens if I Hallowed Respite the Soul Keeper? Does it come back as a 3/1? Comes back on the front side. Really? You're getting beat down in the air, but not that badly. Let's fucking try it. Let's learn for science. I mean, it doesn't hit graveyard, so it doesn't exile. Okay, more lands. Down to 17 cards in deck. No lands in play yet. It is turn 7. So sad we're getting tempoed here. It's because because we don't have enough. We have so many resources to play with, but I just can't get them out of the graveyard. What do you think? Land into zombie that eats 2 cards out of my graveyard? Final card? Nope. Okay. Still more threats on the board, though, and running out of life. Second land is good here, but not particularly great either. We could play the life linker here. It's a bit of a desperation move. And unfortunately, it uses our white source. So we want to do, these are 3. So we have to have blockers. Actually, we're in a lot of trouble here. This comes back as a 1/2. These are 3/1s, but takes 3 mana. I could hope he doesn't have removal and eat a thing with Cathar, like maybe the Zombie Lord. We can't pay this, and we can't pay a second. I guess it's a 3/1. We can make a 1/2, but the 1/2 just chumps. I think all of my plays are just worse than this, and hope he doesn't have removal. But I can't even block, right? So what am I taking? I'm taking 4 in the air and 2 on the ground. I have more lands in the deck. There's 5 more lands in the deck. This is a resource issue here because our deck is actually stabilizing versus this. We have plenty of things to play with. It's the land resources that are the problem. In this case, right now we need a second white source, 3rd Organ Hoarder. I mean, clearly his deck is good too. It's got all the good commons. So he's searching for removal for Cathar, unfortunately. 2 creatures to put in the bin. This one is particularly dangerous for us. We don't have a good answer to a huge creature right now. Keeping land over Cathar would have helped. Would it have helped? It's another 1/2 flyer on the board. Don't think we can stabilize from here. We just don't have resources. The problem is when we were binning, remember we were trying to get value at the beginning of this game. So we took a mull and we're trying to get value somewhere and then just never got value. And then the next cards after that are all of our fucking lands. So we can't keep lands and value. We have to hit some of the cards that bin. So I don't think there's any. I mean, we can run out 2. We can run out a blocker and a life linker. Maybe that gets us somewhere. It seems really unlikely though. I needed a white mana here. It is just a bad draw for sure. So no attacks. I mean, the problem is also we're going to be in this awkward situation where as soon as he eats his things, we need a kettle trap. And he's got another locked in the cemetery. Okay. You're wrong on binning the early lands. Again, the early game, the problem was we're desperately trying to filter through our deck to get something weak to put in the graveyard. Sometimes you just can't win a game. And I think that's there. All right, chat, I've got 3 codes to give out. I need to hit one of them, at least one right now. So please let me know if you have ever interacted with cybercrime in a way that would leave you wanting a free 360 Norton 360 year subscription. And I will DM you a code. We're going to give one. We'll just give one out right now. Worked at a data center for supercomputers and regularly get users to put their passwords in plain text and emails to confirm something they wrote down. Holy shit. Like 101. Norton has 50 gigabyte cloud backup. I didn't know that. That's nice. Okay. Dan, would you like a code? I'd be happy to give you one. Are you US based? Systems are secure. People never are. Yep. Sold. Dan for skin, getting a code. All right. Code number 3. Let's do it. All right. And any of you guys want a free trial, you can get a 14-day free trial by using the link in the Norton command, which is !Norton in chat. I've just sent you a whisper, Dan for skin. Let me know if you got the code. had to start uninstalling your hard drive because your dad would go to not safe for work sites, generally known as porn sites, when I wasn't home, and get tons of viruses on your computer. I have another code here, by the way. I mean connection loss. So connection loss to the server. Yep. Lunchbox Junior, would you like a code? I would love to give you a code. And that actually is fixable with this, because then when he uses your computer when you're not there to go to porn sites, he's going to get protected even if he doesn't want to be protected or even doesn't know. So, saving family life, what can't Norton do? That's right. I think there's a parental control on it too, now that I think about it. You could parental control him out of it too. All right, you'll have to report back on how that worked. Would you like a code, Lunchbox Junior? Are you US based? There we go. All right, that's number 4. One more game, one more code. We'll get going in a second. I'm going to DM you the code right now, Lunchbox. Please report back if this keeps your dad from accidentally adding viruses to your computer. Looking American. Point and mock. Go. All right, let's get our next game. I guess I'm reconnecting to the server. It's a brutal loss for us. Really unexpected loss, honestly. Just a resource issue. I think our deck beats his deck most of the time, too. Like, those threats were not unbeatable threats. It's just we could never get on the board for the amount of things he was doing per turn. Sad and true. Cool. No, it's a really funny story, because it's actually something that would help with this. I like the ones that interact with the product, right? Because most of the really cool stories being shared are the our social engineering stories. And there's unfortunately nothing that software will really do for social engineering. So I like hearing the ones that can actually use the product, which is cool. All right, next game. Oh, you being an American is sad but true. Oh, no. Can't think of it that way, man. Can't think of it that way. We're a very visible country doing lots of things. Some of the things are very sad and some of the things are very great, which is just the reality of it. All right, I'm ready. I'm ready. Let's do it. See where this deck goes. Most positive thing you heard from me today is I'll fix it. Don't worry. I don't know if we should be playing this card or not. Anyway, let's give it a try. All right. Opponent's mulliganing. Good sign. We have both colored mana. A good sign. We didn't have to mulligan. A good sign. We have a Graph Keeper in our hand that builds our graveyard. Opponent's playing that card. Also a good sign. Second Graph Keeper secured. All right. We hit a card with our own mill. It's amazing. That's cheating. I don't know what it does, but it's cheating. I do kind of know what it does at this point. Do we want to bin a Plains? We need another attacker on the board. We could just eat this. It's not a very scary card. So we could just run out Cathar. And if he wants to make it Nightfall, then we get a 3/3 first striker who pays 3 life to be dealt with, which seems fine to me. I think this is a Cathar play. The other play is basically Archivist and like just bin the Plains, but we don't know if we need resources yet. So let's do this. Give me the Beggar. Nice part about Beggar too is there's no ETB on the Beggar. So if the Beggar comes back, it's a 0/4. It's not going to ambush one of my creatures mid-combat. It's not going to give him some advantage. It's just not going to be very good for him. And he might have been setting this up for something. On all planes, it's unlikely. Okay, opponent takes 2. All right, 4 damage here. We could play out the Lord. Lord doesn't do anything here. We could bin the Graph Keeper to get more in there, which is okay as well. Not very mana efficient. With 4 mana here, we could do 2 and nothing else. I kind of want this in the graveyard, though. It could be the 3/1 Ambusher, too. So maybe we attack first. And then if we want to, we can trade the Ambusher for a creature. Kind of feel... Oh, no Ambusher. Okay, fine. All right, I'm going to play this play. It's the most power I can put out on the board. I don't mind getting a creature into the graveyard. He's only playing white cards right now. There is a white card that eats graveyard cards, but and on 5, but I think that's fine. Okay. This card is cheating. He's a cheater and he needs to know it. All right, second blue source is nice. We don't have a 1 power creature. It probably does it. How does this do? Okay. Prevent all combat damage that would be dealt by enchanted creatures. Does that mean he doesn't lifelink off it? Probably does, right? I can still cast. I just can't. You just can't exile our card. So this is probably fine. No, let's do this. Maybe it should have been the 1/2 so we can't draw, but I kind of want my 2/1 in the graveyard here, so. Okay. Yes, take another damage. Good work. Oh, I was supposed to Blessed Defiance that. Whoops. Small mistakes. Because I wanted the 1/1 so I could do the candle. Anyways. There's a whole line I was playing where I left 2 white mana open specifically for that and then forgot to cast the spell that I was planning on using by just clicking next like an idiot. I'm sure it won't be important to any part of this game. None of these first strike, right? Do we care if we give him a 0/4 back? Yeah, he eats it. So we swing these two. We can do 5 in the air, 6 if we play the Geist, but he can gain life off this. So it's not lethal. We could tap the 3/3 and swing all, which seems pretty nice, especially if I cast again like this. Doesn't have to be that way now with the amount of white mana we have here. Yeah, I'm ahead of you, chat. Oh, I don't have a tap down anymore, do I? Because the creature's off the board. All right, so we swing these two. And the plan is Blessed Defiance plus Graphkeeper this turn. Or possibly Revenge if it's a bunch of shit. That one has Ward. So we just swing like that. It's okay. Yes, I understand that 3 + 2 + 1 is 6, but you have to read the other cards on the board, which also give him life. That's fine. So what is he, just like okay with this? Sure. What's the flip side do? Okay. Resolves. Sure. I think we now go Blessed. Do we Blessed Defiance this, or I just bounce it? I kind of want him to eat the other thing. Do it. Eat it. Eat it, coward. Eat it. Chat, everyone, don't move. Don't spook him. Don't scare him. Just bully. Pure bully. Channel the bully. No good. Okay. I cast this one. Ooh, we could cast this one. This one is also, what is this on the flip side? 2/1. I like 3/1. Okay. What's his Artimac do? Just cosmetic. No, it's a mana rock that lets him switch day to night and gives him card draw and card selection and life gain when he switches it. It's quite a good artifact, honestly. I just haven't had a chance to play it yet. Does Norton protect against cyberbullying? No, that's user error again. Or, in some cases, user success. All right, bullied this guy out of the game. Let's finish up this sponsorship. So I've got one more of these codes to give away. I am now taking any good US based story. It doesn't even have to be that good. If you have an experience with cyber crime and don't want to dox yourself and give convicting details, then please say something in chat, and I'm happy to gift you a year-long subscription to Norton 360, designed specifically for gamers, providing all sorts of cool features in addition to just virus protection, things like password managers, dark web monitoring, storage, multi-device protection, full year for free. It will auto sign you up for recurring subscription, but you can cancel that immediately while still retaining the effects of it. So no scam. What would you like? One for Bayrethrine. Okay. Cheers. All right. Last one going to you. Not American? Oh no. Rip. All right. Would you like one, Fudgeinator? And by the way, chat, this is why I rarely do giveaways. Not quite this restriction, but because it ends up being a really time-consuming process, for sure. Your girlfriend's American? Good enough. All right. You dox yourself? I think eliminating one of the countries in the world is probably not doxing yourself. Okay. All right. Key sent. Congratulations. Let me just do the outro that Norton wants me to do with this, and we will end the sponsored part of the stream and continue this deck. The deck is ridiculous. The sponsorship's been good, though. So here we go. All right. As I said previously, they offer 2 plans, monthly and annually. You are welcome to do either. The goal is affordability, designed for gamers, while providing security for your devices and the devices of the people you care about. And our outro here. Thank you again for my sponsor today, Norton Gaming. I had a wonderful time, which I did. And playing for all of you and knowing that my data is being protected, make sure to check out Norton 360 for gamers. That's ! Norton in chat if you guys are interested. So you can set yourself up with the same protection that I've been gifted. And as I said, you can follow the link below the stream, type ! Norton in chat. You get a 2-week free trial just from using my code, which is auto-submitted when you basically go through the links in this channel. Anyways, cheers, guys. Appreciate you guys sticking with me for the sponsored part of it. Thank you, Norton, for the sponsorship for this. It went really well. And let's continue playing our deck.